Hi, my name is SophiaDeJesus. I'll be doing my mat Pilates practical test out. I have the lovely June for my body today. First things first, are there any injuries I should be aware about?
No.
Are you okay with hands-on adjustments?
Yes.
Wonderful. We're gonna go ahead and lie down supine, so on your back, on the mat. You're gonna bend your knees in towards your sit bones with your feet planted on the mat, hands down by your side, pressing into the mat. Before we get into any more difficult exercises, we're gonna start with our pelvic tilts so that you can get to know your imprinted spine and your neutral spine. We're gonna take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna slowly tilt your pelvis towards your nose, pressing your lower back into the mat. So engaging your abs as you pull the pelvis towards you, and inhale to release back into your neutral spine, honoring the natural curvature of your low back. And let's do that again. As you exhale, engage your abdominals and press your lower back into the mat, tilting that pelvis towards your nose. And let's release back into our neutral. Great. All right, we're gonna go ahead and now that you know your imprinted spine and your neutral spine, we're gonna do our closed kinetic chain, supine, which will be our chest lifts. So starting with your arms up to the sky, to the ceiling with the palms facing away from you, thumbs facing each other. Your feet are perfect where they are. We're gonna take a deep inhale. Before we start, if at any point you feel some discomfort or pain in your lower back, you can always shift into an imprinted spine. Otherwise, let's try to stay in neutral. All right, so let's take that deep inhale. And as you exhale, lift your head, neck, and shoulders as you press your arms down by your sides. Good. And inhale to lower back down, lifting your arms back up to the ceiling. Wonderful. And exhale, press down, really engaging your transverse abdominals. Good. And once again. And we'll do one more, making sure to keep the shoulders out of your ears. Press, hold, and lower back down. Perfect. Okay, moving on to our supine open kinetic chain exercise. We're gonna do our toe taps. So you can go ahead and place your hands down by your sides on the mat, press them into the mat, roll your shoulders up, down, and back. Make sure you have a slight pinch in your shoulder blades. And again, keep that neutral spine. From here, we're just gonna lift the right leg into a tabletop position. That means that your right knee is tracking right over your right hip, and you have a plantar point. So you're just pointing your toes like a ballerina. And let's lift the other foot and do the same, keeping that hip distance apart. Good, point your toes, wonderful. And from here, we're gonna take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, just tap your right toe down to the mat, making sure that you're keeping the 90-degree bend in your knee and making that movement come from your hip joint. And let's go ahead and alternate with the left foot. Tap the mat and lift. We're also working on our pelvic stability here. Very good, deepening the breath, continuing to engage the abdominals. Great. Okay, let's do one last one. Back up. And you can go ahead and lower one leg at a time and rest. Beautiful. All right, moving on, we're gonna go into our spinal flexion exercise, which will be the hundreds, starting with the beginner version of the exercise. Your feet are perfect where they are right now. You're gonna lift your arms up to the ceiling, just like they were before, wrists tracking right over your shoulders. And from here, as you inhale, we're gonna take a deep breath. Exhale, you're gonna lift your head, neck, and shoulders, press your arms down by your sides, and we're gonna pump the arms energetically. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold. Go ahead, lower down, lift your arms up, and take a rest. Good, we're gonna go into our intermediate version of this exercise, and we're gonna do tabletop with the legs. So go ahead and lift your right leg into tabletop just like before, keeping that 90-degree angle of the knee, right knee tracking over the right hip, plantar point on your toe, and same thing with the other leg. Beautiful, keeping them hip distance apart, just like that. And once again, we're gonna take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, engage your abdominals, press your arms down as you lift your head, neck, and shoulders, and we're gonna pump the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. We're gonna take it to our advanced version. So you're gonna extend your legs out to a 45-degree angle and continue with our pumps. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead, back into tabletop. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders, and one leg at a time, down back to the mat. Okay, great. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to our prone spinal extension exercise. We're gonna be doing our swan. So go ahead and flip over onto your belly. Good. And your legs are gonna be about hip distance apart. There we go. And you're gonna bend your elbows so that your palms of your hands are pressing into the mat, and your elbows are pressing into the sides of your rib cage. There we go. Okay, from here, we're gonna take a deep inhale and exhale, and inhale one more time as you press through your arms. There we go. So we're going into our spinal extension, pulling up through the abdominals, making sure you're not dumping into your lower back. We don't want to cause any back pain. And let's inhale or exhale to lower down. Very good. And we're also engaging the gluteus muscles. Inhale as you lift. Beautiful. Pressing evenly through the hands. Nice extension there. Keeping the contact between your pubic bone and the mat. Go ahead and lower down. Yeah, you got it. Good. So that was our intermediate version. Now we're going to go into our advanced. So on this next one, take a deep breath in. As you lift, press back up into your swan. And now when you lower down, you're going to lift your legs off the mat. So really working in your gluteus muscles. So lower down as you lift the legs up. There we go. And let's press one more time. Inhale, lift. Beautiful. And now we're going to progress it even more. Okay, so we're going to do our swan dive. Next time, as you lower, you're gonna release your hands off the mat when your legs are lifting up, okay? Let's go for that. So lower down, lift your legs up, release the hands, catch and pull up once again. Beautiful. Let's go into another one. Lower down, lift the legs, release, catch. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and lower back down. And that was our advanced swan. Okay, let's go into our mermaid. So you're gonna be sitting on your bottom in a zigzag position with your legs. There we go. So your right leg, there we go, your shin is on the mat, and your left leg is, your foot is like pulled towards your gluteus, but only enough that you don't feel that your hip and your sit bone is lifting up. So just as much as you can, but you're still sitting on your sit bones. Okay, from here, we're gonna place the right palm on the mat and lift your left hand up to the sky. Good, we're gonna keep that straight elbow. You're gonna take a deep inhale as you lift, stretch a little bit taller in that neutral spine, and you're gonna dive up and over. There we go, working through the obliques. And let's inhale, back center. Beautiful. All right, let's do that one more time. As you exhale, go ahead and dive over. Like there's a wall behind you. You're not trying to curve forward or lean backwards. There we go. Let's do one more. Keeping that sit bone on the mat. Feel that stretch, and let's go back. Beautiful. All right. And let's put the palms down and move on to our spine twist, seated for rotation. So go ahead and sit on your bottom with your legs extended forward, and you're gonna separate your legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and you're gonna do a dorsiflex of your toes, so your toes are pointing to your nose. Beautiful. And we're making sure we're sitting up nice and tall in a neutral spine, really sitting on your sit bones, pulling up. Get as tall as you can, and we're gonna put the arms out to a T position. There we go. And we're just gonna take a deep inhale here, and as you exhale, you're gonna twist through your upper body to the right, making that movement come from your torso. And we're working the obliques here as well. And inhale, back center. And exhale, you're gonna twist to the left this time. Good. Inhale, back center. And exhale to the right. There we go. Engaging the abdominals, keeping that the dorsiflex. Let's do one more time. Exhale. And inhale, back center. All right, that's beautiful. So that is our spinal twist. We're gonna go ahead and move on to our side lying series. Go ahead and lie on your side with your head facing that side. There we go. So your legs are gonna be stacked on top of each other. Your knees are stacked and your hips are stacked. And you have a couple options here with your hands. You can either hold up your head with your arm and your hand, or you can lay it down like a pillow. So whatever is more comfortable for you, making sure we have a straight line in our spine, so it's a neutral spine. And we're gonna also lift up through those bottom obliques, so there should be a slight space, like I can slide my hand through there. All right, we're gonna go into our clamshells, and also with your hands before we go into them really. You can either put it right on your hip or on the mat for stability. If you do choose to put it down on the mat, just make sure that you don't roll forward, so we don't wanna ruin the neutral spine. So it's up to you there. Okay, going into the clamshells, let's go ahead and point the toes, plantar point, and we're gonna take a deep inhale. And as you inhale, lift your top knee up, keeping the toes connected. There we go. And exhale, press back together. Inhale, lift. Good, we're working the gluteus muscles and that oblique, especially that bottom oblique. And let's go one more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. All right. Now we're gonna go into our leg raises. So just straightening out that right leg, you're gonna straighten it out and dorsiflex the foot. Beautiful. Keeping the rest of the position intact. And from here, you're gonna inhale as you lift your leg up to a 45 and lower back down. There we go. Inhale, lift to a 45. Exhale, lower back down, working through that gluteus, deepening the breath, keeping that neutral spine. Very good. Let's do one last one. All right, you can go ahead and put your knees back together. And that concludes our mat series. Thank you very much. And thank you, Jude.
Thank you.